Conservative MP John Redwood has warned the EU could face a crisis unless it adjusts the way it approaches the Brexit trade talks with the UK. The backbench MP said the EU's initial tactics of siding with the opponents of Brexit would now be more difficult due to the change in the makeup of Parliament. During an interview with Express.co.uk, Mr Redwood insisted the EU hoped the UK would agree to the bloc's rules and regulations in a similar way to Turkey and Ukraine. He added this would not be the case as the UK now has a strong majority in Parliament and would not buckle under the pressure from the European Union. Mr Redwood said, "The European Union does not seem to have adjusted to the fact that we had a decisive general election. An election where the majority of MPs were elected on a clear platform of getting Brexit done and standing. The EU still seems to be on the playbook they exploited when we had a parliament with no overall majority. Also, this is when the EU operated with the opponents of Brexit to try and make Brexit as difficult as possible." Mr Redwood noted he believed the EU would use similar tactics during post-Brexit trade talks. He continued, "I think their tactics are very similar to before. First of all, the European Union was trying to get a sequence of events to happen. For example, they wanted to get a settlement on fish where they wished to keep more of our fish before getting to any kind of agreement of trade. I think they dug in with a whole series of demands that go way beyond the free trade agreement. This is because they still seem to believe the UK wants to end up with a comprehensive partnership agreement." The Tory MP also outlined the overall challenge the EU will face if it Mr Redwood said, "I think it is a problem for the EU. What they have had in their mind throughout is something like an EU-Turkey or EU-Ukraine association agreement. These are very comprehensive agreements that go way beyond trade. This is because they are designed to get a country to comply with more and more laws, rules and regulations of the EU in a lead-up to possible membership. But Britain wants the opposite, we want friendly relations based on a positive trading arrangement. But we want to be free to differentiate our laws and our relationship with the rest of the world where it makes sense for the United Kingdom."